a good experience with a great coach, as you mentioned, but a big issue kind of in the last many years has been the Bernie Nasser kind of that issue and those stories. So if you can just familiarize us with what you know about that story, and then any opinions that you have on that as a gymnast.
Yep. So Larry Nasser was the medical coordinator and team doctor for USA Gymnastics, as well as, I believe, Michigan State University. He was their team physician, and he committed a lot of unspeakable acts. He broke the trust of so many athletes and so many parents and so many other admin within athletics, athletic trainers, and other team physicians. The ripple effect of his criminal activity and his crimes, it reached a lot more people than I think we were expecting. I was understandably frustrated and angry and disgusted with his actions. And I was also very disheartened with how it affected my fellow gymnasts and girls I didn't even know, girls that we were expecting to represent our country. He was the team physician for at least 3 Olympic cycles. And there were allegations that nothing was done about them the entire time. So not only did he break the trust of so many, the admin did. The organizations and the governmental organizations of gymnastics that were designed to protect these athletes, some of them being children, a lot of them being children, a lot of them were minors still. They were supposed to be protected, and they were not. And it is so hard to put faith in a system that is now trying to rebuild itself when you know that it was just monumental how it affected so many people. And now as a medical provider, I know that I have to work 10 times harder to instill that trust in my athletes because they're supposed to rely on us. You know, the very basis of my profession is helping athletes, not hurting them. So to see that, I give a lot of praise to those gymnasts who were able to continue, who were able to speak up and say something continuously when something was not done about it. I really hope that we can build a completely new foundation. They're working on it, but there's still a lot of work to be done. So I really hope that we can move forward with a much better system in place, and I really do hope that those gymnasts, those athletes, find peace, because I know he stole their love for the sport. He stole their childhood, their innocence with it. Everything it was supposed to teach them was tarnished by what he's done. And that's something you can't just wipe away clean and start over with, you know? So it's really heartbreaking to think that all of these young girls, their love for the sport was destroyed. So I really hope that as an athletic trainer, I can learn from his mistakes and the way they grossly mishandled that situation and make sure that it never happens again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for giving your opinion on this,
Absolutely.
the whole thing, because I know it's a very sensitive topic, especially coming from the world of gymnastics. It's just, it's disgusting. It's a terrible, terrible occurrence, and I can't imagine how you guys felt. Thank you for opening up and
Absolutely.
giving us that perspective on this whole thing, because it's just crazy, just amazing just knowing this perspective and seeing that through the eyes of a gymnast.
Absolutely.
And how it affected you guys. Yeah.
And I think, it goes again to speak about the camaraderie within this community, because the Me Too movement ran with that, and all of these gymnasts were standing behind these girls, and everyone involved in the gymnastics community were ready to go to war for them and fight for what they deserved, the justice they deserved, and the reconstruction of this entire system, because that's what everyone deserves.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. And I know you mentioned, like, it's affected you as an athletic trainer, like, in this environment, like, kind of making sure that, like, you don't want to see that happen. It's definitely impacted you, like, mentally with how you do your job. And would you say that the Nassar issues like influenced your decision to go into AT, or just kind of, I guess, heightens your, like, the impact that you want to make?
It definitely did. I obviously have very deep roots in gymnastics, and there was a dream of mine to return to gymnastics and hopefully work as an athletic trainer for Team USA one day in USA Gymnastics.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I can make my path back that way. But absolutely, seeing, this entire story unfold and learning about how he grossly mishandled his care and the duty that he owed to these athletes, it just reaffirms that they deserve to know that they are mentally, physically, and emotionally cared for, and that they can have trust in medical providers to make the best medical decisions for them and support them in those decisions, and to not harm them in any such way. So it definitely has been a very big building block, I would say, in the construction of my development as an athletic trainer. Just because I just need to make sure that these girls know that they will have medical providers that they can trust, they can come to, and feel like they will be heard and be cared for appropriately.
Absolutely. Well, we are rooting for you.
Thank you.
100%. And wherever you go and whatever you do, the athletic environment is. I'm grateful to have a person like you, like, in the mix of that. And
thank you.
You're definitely very passionate about this, and which is amazing. And you will go far.
Thank you.
But yeah, and I guess wrapping up, as for, like, you explained your experience as a college gymnast, a college athlete, what is just one takeaway that you would give other college athletes, like either watching or listening? What would you tell them based on your experience?
I would absolutely say enjoy every single minute of it. Enjoy every team bonding moment, every 6 a.m. practice. I know they're not the best, but you will miss it. You will miss it. It is a part of you, but it is not entirely who you are as a person. You will go on to do great things in society and build great careers outside of athletics, and you will use what you've learned with these teams, with these coaches, and especially D3, you have amazing coaches that only care about being here because you want to be here, because you love it. I would just take all these moments and use them to build the structure of who you are, but they're not completely who you are. So just enjoy them while you have them and appreciate that time.
Definitely a great piece of advice.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for being here with us today, Kayla.
Thank you for having me.
You provided some very good information, tips, perspectives, so thank you so much for that. And we will see you guys next time on Shorts Behind the Sports. Thank you,
Thank
Kayla.
you.